Evening peeps, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. All right, let's jump straight in and start with this one. Gabe Rosado, I plan on dominating Melakuziev once again. Here, I saw this on his Instagram page that he is fighting Melakuziev again. You guys might remember he knocked out Melakuziev a couple of years back. Knockout of the year for me. Go and watch it on YouTube. Fantastic knockout. Melakuziev is charging in. Rosado steps back. Bang. Honestly, it's such a good knockout. One of the upsets of the year as well. I don't know about the dominating bit here. I don't think he dominated Melakuziev. As I said, Melakuziev just got caught. And you know, you can't sleep on Rosado. I mean, his record doesn't quite tell you how good he is. He's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. Very strong at 160. Not quite sure about the power at 168, although this fight was at 168. Look, I'm just happy for him. I know a lot of people don't want to see him fight again, me included, but he was going to fight Zerda at 175. At least he's fighting around his natural weight class here in Melakuziev. And it's a guy that he's knocked out, so it's a guy that he's going to go into the ring and think he can knock out again. For Melakuziev, I mean, revenge is going to be on the mind. Melakuziev has recovered well since that defeat. I think he's had 4 wins, 3 of those by knockout. So he's going to be wanting this Rosado scalp. It's going to be playing in his head. And, I mean, look, I think this fight's April 22nd. So surely that means, unless it's a separate card, which I'm sure it isn't, I'm sure that means this is going on the Tank Garcia card. So that's a good announcement because you know what you're getting with Rosado. He's going to give you entertaining and exciting fights. So I think that's a good addition to the card. We know Rosado's in shape. He was going to fight, a couple of weeks ago, so he's ready to go. This is going to be a lot tougher, though, this fight for him. Again, he caught Melakuziev. I don't know if he can land that punch again. That was just, as they say, a punch from the gods. If he can land it again, good luck to him. If not, it's going to be a tough night, but good to see Rosado getting the opportunity again. Amir Khan issued backdated 2-year ban by UCAD for anti-doping violation. Yeah, I got this news this morning on the way to TalkSport, sorry, and my phone was going off, and it was all like Amir Khan, and I couldn't load the article. The last thing I expected to see was Amir Khan anti-doping violation. The last thing. I know some have had their suspicions. I never have when it comes to Amir Khan, so I didn't expect this. And I'm not even quite sure what to tell you guys, if I'm honest with you. Let's before I give you my own feelings on it, let's quickly read very briefly what UCAD have had to say on their own website. Professional boxing Olympic medalist Amir Khan has been banned from all sport for 2 years following anti-doping rule violations for the presence and use of a prohibited substance. That substance, obviously, ostarine. On the 19th of February 2022, UCAD collected an in-competition urine sample for Mr. Khan after his fight against Kell Brook at the Manchester Arena. Mr. Khan's sample returned an adverse analytical finding. Ostarine is a selective androgen receptor modulator, whatever that means. The substance is listed on the WADA 2022 prohibited list as an anabolic agent and is prohibited in sport at all times. UCAD notified Mr. Khan of this on the 6th of April. Mr. Khan accepted the violations but maintained that his ingestion of ostarine was not intentional. Mr. Khan's case was heard by the independent tribunal on the 24th of January 2023, and its written decision dated the 21st of February. The panel found both violations proved and concluded that Mr. Khan had established that they were not intentional, but they imposed a 2-year ban on him. Why have they given him a 2-year ban? Strict liability means athletes are ultimately responsible for what they ingest. So Amir Khan given a 2-year ban because of strict liability, although they have concluded that his ingestion of ostarine was not intentional. Look, I don't even quite know where to begin with this one. Firstly, I mean, I know a lot of people, including Amir Khan and Ben Shalom, have said the amount found in Amir Khan's urine sample is so small. I heard of it. That it's so small that it wouldn't even make a ripple in a swimming pool. That's the kind of language that has been used. I mean, I can go against that all day long and say, yeah, because by the time they tested you, it was out of your system. I mean, we can all do that. So whatever they found in your system, in all likelihood, if you were a drug cheat, you're hoping that that has been flushed out of your system. So I'm not having that. It was, it was so small, it wouldn't even make a ripple in a swimming pool nonsense. I mean, John Jones said that as well. And look, I love John Jones, but I'm fully aware of who John Jones is. Sorry. You know what upsets me about all of this? Let's play devil's advocate here for a second. Let's say Amir Khan is guilty. Let's just say that. What does a 2-year ban mean to Amir Khan as a retired athlete? What does it mean? So yeah, I don't see the point in banning Amir Khan. He was never going to come back. And the fact is, I mean, this all happened February of 2022. We are now in April of 2023, and only now we knowing about this. Obviously, Amir Khan has pushed this. He's fought this in court. He's gone to an independent tribunal. That's kind of what I was saying Conor Benn should have done as well, by the way. But we're only hearing about this 14 months after the event. 14 months. Honestly, it's crazy. I think there should be some sort of financial penalty here. Again, like, apart from Amir Khan's reputation, and Amir Khan's got in front of this, by the way. He's not hid from the media. He sat down with Sky Sports. He's not run away from cameras. That's what I think you should do. Get in front of it. But apart from his reputation, what's the punishment here? There is no punishment then, because you're a retired fighter. So look, I don't know whether Amir Khan is guilty or not. An independent tribunal who are a lot smarter than me have deemed it non-intentional. So I can only go with that. But again, for me, there is no punishment being put out here. A 2-year what does a 2-year punishment mean for someone that's retired? That means nothing at all. Kell Brook doesn't sort of go with this. Kell Brook, I think Amir Khan said he's going to call Kell Brook and talk to him. Kell Brook obviously doesn't want a phone call. He doesn't believe that this was non-intentional. He thinks there's been naughty play at work here. So boxing. Do I believe something dodgy has happened here? I mean, yeah, I do. If I'm honest with you, I do. But again, I mean, a tribunal's come back and said non-intentional. So I guess we just have to move on. But to me, there should be a financial ban for fighters that are retired. But what's the punishment? There is no punishment. So look, I was gonna say we'll see how this plays out. It's played out. Now we understand that this is it. Slap on the wrist. We all move on. Again, the punishment for Amir Khan right now is his reputation. That's the punishment. Apart from that, he's fine. Amir Khan outside the hotel, what did he say? He said something along the lines of, "Did you see my performance if I was on drugs?" Did you see that? It was like, did you see how rubbish? Basically, it's like, obviously I wasn't on drugs. Look how rubbish I was. Like, everyone on drugs wins. It doesn't work like that, does it? Oh, God. A 2-year ban, though, I'll be honest with you, a 2-year ban for non-intentional because of strict liability. So basically trying to say you should be aware of what you're putting in your body, and we're banning you for 2 years. So we believe that you didn't do it intentionally, but you're liable. I think a 2-year ban is strong for that. A 2-year ban, look, we want strong bans in boxing, but a 2-year ban for someone that's basically just made a mistake as opposed to just cheated, I think is strong. But yeah, we'll see. This though is interesting, and it does bring me back to the Conor Benn situation, because it almost makes me believe that Conor Benn could go this route as well and prove the non-intentional, but he's going to get a ban though. He'll get a ban, and that then makes me wonder or believe that's the reason he's not going to sit down with the British Boxing Board of Control and UKAD, because his thing right now is non-intentional, and Amir Khan's just been given a ban for non-intentional. So Conor's going to get that as well. So maybe that's the reason he doesn't want to go and sit down with UKAD. Maybe. I'm just saying it. Just putting it out there. What do you guys all make of this Amir Khan? Do you believe him? Do you believe him? I know some will, because Amir Khan has some of the most hardcore Khan fans there is. Like, Amir Khan fans believe anything Amir Khan says. But just in general, do you believe him? Don't you believe him? There's something about it that makes me feel like this fight with... And by the way, I will say this though. I will say this. I don't know if this is in his defense or what, but I do remember about a month before the fight with Kell Brook, Amir Khan done an interview. I think it was with IFL TV, and he said, "Am I going to get tested? Like, what's going on, man? There's no testing in this. Like, I've not even been tested yet." He was wanting testing. I do think. I feel like, I don't know if VADA were used in this, but I remember Amir Khan was the one pushing for testing. So it does seem strange. The guy that would push for testing would cheat. But I look, for me, there is, what's the phrase? No smoke without fire? Or was it no fire without smoke? You know what I'm talking about. I think there's something not correct. Let me just say that behind the scenes here. But hey, we move. We keep it moving. Barry Hearn says Joshua could benefit from 2 or 3 more warm-up fights before fighting Fury. Yep. Enough of the Joshua stuff. Lawrence Okoli, Chris Billiams-Smith, WBO title fight set May 27th in Bournemouth. Obviously, look, former teammates, both for a few years trained by Shane McGuigan. For Chris Billiams-Smith, it had to be a world title fight next. I know there was talk about Richard Riakporhe, a rematch, because obviously Riakporhe's the only man to have beaten him. But if you're British, European and Commonwealth champion, you've done it the right way, the correct way, it's got to be a world title shot next. They would have sparred each other, so they both know their strengths and weaknesses. I think Chris Billiams-Smith is much improved. Honestly, I can't remember if the British Boxing Board of Control have sort of improved Boxer of the Year awards. I don't know, but if they do, it should be Chris Billiams-Smith. He is vastly improved under Shane McGuigan, and I look forward to that fight. Good luck to Chris. He's always wanted to fight. He's a big Bournemouth fan. It's going to happen in their stadium. It's a small stadium, which is good. I think it's about 9 or 10,000. It should fill that, no? Hopefully it does. So yeah, good luck to him. Let's see what he can do. What's happened to this? Roy Jones says Smith loss will enable Eubank to move forward. Listen to directions better. It won't. It won't. Not at this stage of his career. He's far too stubborn, Chris Eubank Jr., to listen to anyone. He ain't listening to nobody. And look, we'll see what happens with Chris. Obviously, we're hearing about the Conor Benn fight potentially. Chris will make money. Whichever path he chooses, he's going to make good money. He's going to make very good money against Liam Smith. If they rematch, he'll make very, very good money against Conor Benn if that fight goes to the Middle East. But with regards to him listening to anyone, get out of here. Tim Zhu plans to fight by June. Says Charlo fight is delayed to August, September. That's now a good fight, isn't it? That's now a fight that we all want to see. I like it a lot now, especially because of what Tim Zhu did to Harrison. Harrison's a decent fighter, a good B-level fighter. But the way in which he bashed him up, it all now makes the Charlo fight very, very intriguing. You still favour Charlo. He's the undisputed champion. But all of a sudden, you're like, interesting, right? Interesting. Okay, here we go. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, pay-per-view undercard official. Let's have a look and see what we've got. What have we got on it? 2 secs. 3 intriguing pay-per-view matchups. Featuring knockout artists and rising stars. The WBA super middleweight champion, which he's not, but regular champion. David Morrell Jr. will take on Ghana's Senik Agbeko. What else have we got? Okay, Rosado, Melakuziev will be on it as well. Kicking off the telecast will be hard-hitting 19-year-old middleweight Elijah Garcia facing rugged Kevin Salgado of Mexico. I've never heard of Elijah Garcia. Is that it? That is it in terms of okay. Look, I don't care. I just want to see the main event. Like people moan about like pay-per-view undercard. I don't care about this undercard. I really don't. There's some fights, some legendary fights where I don't even remember the undercard. People are fixated about that kind of stuff. Just give me the main event, please. Anything else before we wrap? I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. What we might do, we might on Thursday on Thursday, I'm trying to see if we can do it live. The only reason I'm trying to see if we can do it is because I might have a guest here filming. I'm trying to get more guests in, which isn't easy, by the way. But hopefully we can either do, look, either one. We're going to have a guest in or we're going to do a live. Something's going to happen. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Peace.